What is up, everybody? Dun dun dun. Welcome to today's video. So, we have had a non-stop few weeks, few months. It hasn't ended. Your boy is so beyond burnt out. It is ridiculous. I don't think I've had a day off since Japan. I've been here every day on the weekend, getting that car together, getting everything together. And I need a easy day.
You're hurt.
Today I'm useless. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna give you guys an update video on everything going around the shop. We're gonna show you some bits that we don't really usually talk about. We're gonna talk about the cars in the parking lot. We're gonna talk about the cars out back. We're gonna talk about the office, things that I always forget to talk about. And we're gonna give you guys insight to that and give you a little idea what's going on in the shop, just to get you guys in line with what's been happening.
Up to date.
Up to date. I guess you guys really only see what goes on in the parking lot when we do our little test drive, right? We do the pull it off the dyno, do a little loop around the parking lot.
Do a little putt around.
Almost crash the car, you know.
Usually take about 3 or 4 of these out.
Yeah, maybe kick some rocks up like all the pretty cars. You guys know how it goes. But we're gonna start down the list and see what the heck is actually going on outside Oaks Garage. This ain't my car. Austin!
Oh, that's better. Okay.
What's up? JZX, the thing's hot. You got it ready, you got it drifting, you did amazing.
Yeah, so we did one event in this thing. Busted our ass. I got your help, Spoon's help, to get this thing to an event.
Thing's hot.
And it has just been sitting here ever since.
You've been having registration issues.
Yeah, so the thing is still registered back home in Kentucky. And I've been trying to decide if I want to bring it up to Connecticut or if I want to leave it with my Kentucky plate on it. Blah, blah, blah.
Austin's car is doing amazing. He's just trying to get the registration situated so he could properly do it on the street, right?
Yes, I just need to drive it now.
Have we ever showed off your daily?
One time.
What? Talk about it. I don't really know much about this thing.
Land Cruiser, Lexus LX 470. This is literally just the daily. I needed something that was one, gonna do good in winter, be daily drivable. My fiance could drive it. Like
Toyota, baby.
Yeah.
We just need wheels for this thing. You got the lift kit on it. It looks cool.
We just did a lift kit on it, and yeah, it just needs wheels now.
Kansai makes wheels for this, don't they?
They do. Kansai, hit me up.
This thing's sick, dude. And we saw it, Austin.
Don't even talk about.
Come on, no, let's show it off, bro. Come on. Let me show off the fitment back here, bro. Oh man, Stance Nation, doggy.
Okay, so last time we talked about this was over a year ago. This thing literally just needs wheels. I'm super particular about this car.
This was your first car, wasn't it?
This was my first car.
I love this car.
I bought this thing wrecked when I was 17 years old, rebuilt it, and I've had it for 10 years ever since.
I love that.
But I'm really particular about this car, and if I get a set of wheels for it, I want like the perfect set of wheels.
They gotta be bitching.
Yeah, so that's in due time. Those things are taking priority right now. Oh, you want to talk shit about my fitment, huh? Look at you! Look at you!
Them low pros tonight there. I'm a fucking low pros.
The run flats.
So I got a flat in this like 2 weeks ago, and I need to fix it. It's been really hot, and the truck has really good AC.
So that's just been the daily ever since.
Dude, I live like 14 minutes away from here, and all I do is work all freaking day until I can't exist anymore, drive home and sleep and repeat, so I need to fix it. And this is Spoon's Daily, if you guys didn't know. On the core, baby. Old reliable. E36 Touring's been out here. I think you guys might have forgot about this car because this was like the fastest little side project ever. The boys down at Open Air Imports was able to source this car in the Netherlands, import it for me. It was a stock 318 and we had the old drivetrain from the drift car. We had the S50 turbo and I literally just
We did this thing like in a week.
It was like a week. We put the M-Air on it, slammed it on some wheels. It's got a turbo S50 in it. Super cool. I drove it around for a weekend. It's way too fast. Like, it's really fast. It's like stupid.
But in this wagon slammed like that?
It feels nuts. This car is actually sick and the shop has been so packed that it's turned into like an outside cat.
Exactly what I was gonna say.
And I feel real bad about it. A really nice car.
Yeah, she's all right.
This is Kai's car. She's like my annoying little sister. We've been helping her swap the engine. It's almost done. And we got this hunk of junk you guys have seen in the background for 2 years now.
This thing has sat here for so long.
It's been 2 years in that one position. This is Samit's S13, if you guys didn't know that. I'm actually surprised people don't ask more about it.
I'm about to steal this thing.
I'm surprised like more people don't stop and try and buy it because every time there's a 240s thing out, everyone always tries to buy it. But Samit bought this car to drive in America more, and then he didn't have the resources to get it fitted. So I got the car from the shop it was at for him, and I tried to get it together for him, and then he just got really busy. I don't think he knows what the hell to do with it. Sam, I'm about to steal your engine if you don't make up a damn mind. Your damn mind. Every time I text him like, yo, come on, like let's figure it out, let's go, you know, let's drive in America. He's a busy guy, I get it. Fully built SR in that thing. The shell's ugly, but you know, a little bit of paint.
It's got potential.
It's got potential. It's got good parts in it. It's got 2A in it. This thing's about to turn into a parts car quick.
Talk about all reliable out here.
Reliable, my 350Z. Okay, so this car has been amazing to us. You guys probably haven't seen this in a long time. So I originally got this car many moons ago because we did like that Z week down to Florida where we all got 350Zs, went down to Florida. We had like a weekend, we had a week at LZs. We all modified them, drifted them, had a blast. It was an amazing time. Then we came up, I used it for my first drift week, and that alone was an amazing experience. I never really touched the car. I never really had to. We put it on the FDF, the coilovers, bucket seat, hydro, like the standard Z package.
It has literally been an oil change and put gas in it kind of car.
Used and abused. It turned the last year and a half has been the, you want to trip this weekend? Sure, take the Z. Everyone's been driving it. It's been used and abused, and it needs the ultimate overhaul. One of everything now, and I need to fix it because I love this car because it's the nice, like, the Friday afternoon here. We've been working all week. I have nothing prepped for casual just on the weekend. I always just take the Z, and it's a stress-free, easy weekend, crash into the car, I don't care, you know what I mean? And I miss that.
Would you say this is the best beginner car?
I don't really like Z's. I hate to say that.
I get
but they
it.
just work.
I get it. It just works.
They just freaking work. It's so stress-free. And they take a really good hit. Really good hit. You know what I mean? Like, so if you're learning the tandem,
get a Z.
Get a Z, bro. You're not gonna feel bad when you rip the front bumper off because it's just a damn Z. So that being said, I've been literally proactively trying to figure out when I could squeeze in some time to refresh the Z. It's a good car. I want to use it. I want my friends to use it. But it needs a week worth of work, and no one wants to watch me refresh a 350Z on YouTube. I've been using my weekends constantly to build the front street coupe to get that thing together. Finish it up, and maybe I'll turn that into the weekend fix. It's a good car.
It needs to be back.
It needs to be back. Old faithful. But I don't think you guys have seen much of the merch shop in a long time. It hasn't changed much, but let's go check it out. So the dynamic of the merch shop hasn't changed too much. You guys have seen this in the background quite a bit. Just like any small business, we have some things that are very organized and some things that are just a big old mess because I am still a car guy. So we do keep a couple hard goods in stock. We keep a lot of Link stuff in stock. We have a bunch of fun products in stock, a bunch of gaskets and stuff. And one thing you guys might have not known about, we have a lot of HKS stuff in stock on shopjumio.com. So like a lot of trinket stuff, just a lot of fun add-ons, towels, and
yes, cool shit.
Cool shit, HKS things. So if you guys want any of the HKS goodies, we literally have them in stock. They're never in stock, so. Help Little Shop Jamil. And we have a bunch of Nardies because we sell a bunch of Nardies, and Nardies are sick. And they're also never in stock. And we have a, RJ, don't we have an in stock like category on the website of Nardies?
Yeah, and for HKS stuff.
And for HKS stuff, so. Yeah. Not to do a huge plug, but we gotta do it. So, as you guys know, we just had the LZ World Tour in Canada, and well, we have some leftover merch from the event, so we decided to put on the website for you guys. So we have our Canada tee, where we do the Oaks Garage, the CT to Montreal, so Montreal, whatever. So if you guys want to cop one of these tees and get one on the event, we'll put it on the website. And we made it so if you spend over what, $70, you get free shipping to Canada.
Yes, sir. There
it is. Shipping's really expensive, and you guys know that. So if you want to save yourself some money, get a couple shirts and free shipping. But on top of that, we don't just have the Canada one. We have the Oaks Garage Worldwide tee. This is probably one of my favorite tees in a long time. Coupe goes crazy. Obviously, you don't have to be from Canada to wear this shirt, which is nice.
You don't have to be from Canada to wear the other shirt either. Just buy it. It's cool.
Maybe you just like blue. I don't know.
I love blue.
MTL.
Munching the lettuce.
Munching the Jesus Christ. So we have this tee, and then of course we have this tee. So if you guys want to cop them, hop below Shop Jamio while they still last. We don't have too many because they're just a leftover from the events. And we have a new banner on there.
And
oh Jesus,
Canada discount is only good till next Friday. So hop to it, and that's valid for everything.
That's true. So
you don't just have to buy the new stuff. If you're from Canada, whatever you buy, spend $70, free shipping.
Yeah. So if you guys have been putting it off for a long time because Canada shipping is ridiculous.
Yes, it is.
Now's your time. Hop below Shop Jamio. Oh. Just RJ keeping his desk. We have this like weird mystery room that's probably a huge mess right now. Yep, it's a mystery. It's a mess. I think this was a shipping and receiving room from the previous business. It's like wash bay slash just
extra storage.
It's kind of like, oh god, just throw it in the bonus bay.
Yeah.
I want to turn this into, I wish it was big enough to put a car here. It's not.
Yeah, you could put a K truck in here.
We tried, it barely fit. We had the K truck in here. Barely fit. It'd be nice to actually get like one of those like, you know, water filter things so there's no spots in your water with a little hose reel and stuff. Like really get it all fancy, you know. We could do some fancy detail baying here. I don't know, think about it. Put it on the list, right, Austin? On the list.
I'll write that down.
What are you doing? Shouldn't you be filming right now?
Oh, this is just where the magic happens.
This is where the magic happens, man.
All the channel right here on this little.
I mean, you got a corn cob stool. That's pretty cool.
Thank you, Caitlin.
And then a bunch of JZX parts.
Hoods, trunks.
Who has 3 JZX 90 hoods?
I do apparently.
Austin's got a sim rig, a little Logitech setup. He plays in third person. He's some psychopath.
I still blink the track though, don't I?
What's your favorite piece in here?
Well, my favorite piece in here?
Yeah. Where's your street sign that you smashed off?
Oh yeah, shit.
Why you got so much street signs?
Yeah, first drift crash.
Was on the corner of Bill Robertson Way and Corporate Way.
If you're from Richmond, Kentucky, you know exactly where that's at.
Just take it home, the damage with you. You knocked a pull over?
I mean, it fell off, so I was like, I'm either gonna leave that or I'm gonna put that in my trunk.
Dude hid the evidence, brought it all the way to Connecticut. That's why you fled Kentucky, bro.
Yeah, that was the reason right there.
Oh, this is where the real magic happens. This is the lifeline of the whole garage here. This poor thing.
That thing gets used and abused, yeah.
Oh man, a lot of dude has been through there. Look at that. Now we're in the back. We gotta call this like the lair or something like that.
The cave.
The cave. There's a lot of shit in here. One update we do need to address, and it's kind of been the elephant in the room for a while now in the comments, and as you guys might have noticed in the last couple weeks, Steve unfortunately hasn't been in any of the videos. This stuff is always a tough subject to talk about on YouTube due to the transparency of it all, but unfortunately Steve is no longer employed by Oaks Garage, but he's still part of the Oaks Garage family. As you guys know, I love Steve. He's my brother. I would die for that dude, and I hope you guys will show some love to Steve still, support what he's got going on. I just want to see the best for him, and hopefully we can start seeing Steve pop up here and there because I miss seeing him every day. As you guys can imagine, it takes so much to make all of this happen. Always on the go, go, go. It is constantly draining, constantly stressful, and it's just a huge weight to bear. And sometimes calls are just had to be made, and it's all part of the process. Business is a pain in the ass, but all we can do is keep on keeping on. So these cars I'm not going to talk about too much because you guys already know. I've already rambled on about these cars a million times and a half. It's one of those things where we're going to get to them, we get to them. We just got so much going on, and I mean, do I need to build another 240 right now? No. Would I love to refresh this car? Yes. Was it take a lot of time? Yes. Would it take a lot of freaking money? Yes. I'm happy to have these cars, so when the time is right, when I'm in the position that I want to be in, I have the opportunity to do so. Right here is a sitting opportunity. That's how I see it. I have very little money into all these cars.
You have more money into the diff of the Pro car.
I literally have more money in my diff for the Pro car than these 3 cars. So cars are stupid. Why am I doing this? The E36 I will give you an update on because we've gone back and forth on this car a million times. You guys know I love this car. I've been trying to make this car good for many years. It's had many reeditions. The chassis is amazing, but unfortunately we had the LS3 with a supercharger. I blew it up. It was the most expensive weekend of my life. And it sucked because it was gangster, but it happens. And we've kind of decided to not go back with the LS route. Literally found it more cost effective to engine swap it again.
That's wild.
That's like the 6th engine that's been different.
Yeah.
That being said, we wanted this car to be crazy. It no longer needs to be crazy. It doesn't need to fill the hole of the crazy car. I want to make 500 horsepower, set it up, probably get some Y-Fab on it or something like that, and just make it an easy to drive, fun to drive car that one I could bring to things like Grid Lifes and the LZ World Tours, of course, because you know that 500 horsepower is kind of that good number. And something that when my friends come overseas, I have something for them to drive. I have so many of my friends that I want to come over and drive with us, but I don't have an extra car right now for them to do so, especially since all of them are used to driving right-hand drive. This is it. There's a long list of homies that I want to come out, and I really want a car for them to bang on. So I got an engine built for this thing. I sent it off to Drift HQ to get built because they do an engine package, and we're picking it up in a couple weeks at FD New Jersey. But the engine will be here very quickly. You guys probably already know what it is, but stay surprised for a little bit. And then we have have the other side of the shop that's going a little crazy. So Aki's car, you guys have seen that in the background for a long time. It's our buddy Aki from KG Garage. He's been a long time friend of Spoon, and Spoon was doing some fit and finish on the car, and he's just finishing up. He got this carbon rear panel in, a bunch of other things, but this thing's about to head off, which is good because we really need the room. And I know Aki's really excited to get this car back, so Spoon's been working on the weekends and stuff when he has free time to get this car done, get him some extra money for his FRS. It all works out. I'm gonna miss staring at it though. It's a freaking pretty car. Shoo-wee. That's a bad mamma jamma. And then we got the Maserati Porsche. Yeah, so this thing is a project I've been really excited about, and well, as soon as we started the Front Street car, I kind of hyper-focused on that because I just wanted to get it done as quick as possible so I could start enjoying the season as much as possible, because drifting is what I love to do. I don't honestly like to film it. Drifting's a lot more fun to do than watch, and I get that, but I use this so I could do drifting. And now that we're tailoring to the end of that, it's time to hop back on this thing. I'm just waiting to spend a boatload of money because I have to buy all the pieces to do the mock-up. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I've been putting it off because it's a lot of money. We'll get to it very soon because I am dying to see progress on it because the car is way too freaking cool to just sit here like this. Coupe's good. It's leaking, bent, it's clunking, but it's good. It's good. It's always good. JZX100, I had a bunch of people chirping me for saying I never drive this car, and if you noticed, I probably drove this car the most. I mean, look at my front bumper and intercooler alone, how much freaking...
Yeah, you street drove this thing a lot last year.
I mean, the thing's got smooth, it's a bunch of power, it makes good noises, it's got a great sound system, it's got air conditioning, it's the whole thing, but a couple months ago, I took the rear end apart because, of course, this thing wasn't a Tour V factory. It was a non-turbo car, so the rear end needed to be reinforced and all new mounts and everything. And I got the subframe blasted, and I've just been putting off spending a lot of money for the mounts. A lot of freaking money to put freaking solid mounts in this thing. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, and more importantly, just time, because I had the reinforcement plates, swap all the bushings, get all the arms back in, get it back together. And I got a new diff for the thing finally, so this is a car we need a couple days for. Whatever. 34, RB3034, you guys saw, we did the thing where we finished it and then we never really drove it. To be fair, like, you guys know how I feel about this car. It's a great car, it's beautiful, makes a bunch of power, engine bay's pretty, it's all there. There's a couple small bits I need to finish up to make it just perfect, but I don't know, I'm like, kind of want to sell this car. The car's absolutely beautiful. It's like everything I wanted. It's like the whole ordeal with the car from the beginning. You guys know, like I'm super annoying with that stuff. Like as soon as I'm turned off on a car, I'm just gone. Like maybe we'll do a giveaway. Maybe. I want to sell this and get enough money to finish these two cars. I want to buy another Porsche eventually. Let's just sell everything and get another Porsche. Look at that thing, dude. K-Swap Day 6, this car's perfect. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Hasn't had mirrors since we got it, and I literally just got these. Look at these things. So these are like little cup mirrors. I think these look awesome with little mirrors, since Spoon will not let me put can doors on it. We've had many fights about it, and whatever. So there's a lot of mirror options for these cars, but I actually got these from Drift Queen Hiromi, I think it's her, Hiromi-san herself. She's an old D1 driver. She drifts a 6 hatch. She even did Formula Drift in the early years when it was in America, and she makes these in Japan. She has 2 different types. I thought those were pretty cool. I was like, I'd rather do something like this with the story than anything else. Yeah. They're pretty affordable, so hit up Hiromi Drifts if you guys want these mirrors for your 86. And I guess they'd fit at FC too, because they fit each other. And she also makes a aero mirror too, where it has a vent in the center. So hit her up and get yourself some affordable, cool handmade mirrors from Japan. We'll keep it short here. This car's perfect, just needs to be driven. This car's perfect, needs to be driven. This car's perfect, needs to be driven. This car really needs a retune and alignment really bad. This car's perfect, needs to be driven. This car's perfect. I've been driving it. You. But no, I'm honestly, I want it. So this car needs a full refresh. On camera, it looks beautiful. In person, this thing is...
It's a 10-footer.
It's a 10-footer. The wheels need to be redone, everything. But I'm scared to take it apart because I love driving it. And it looks great. And I'm not scared to drive it. That's what's nice about it. What I do want to do, though, is I want to put ITBs on and I want to do a full exhaust. 2 things that are extremely expensive. I found a company to work with the ITBs. We're just waiting on one component to make it happen. And if anyone has...
ITBs, no turbo anymore?
I was thinking about it. I think I said that we were gonna do turbo on this car when I haven't even really driven it. And now that I've driven it, I love the power band. Like you drive it and you're like, man, Porsche picked this power for this car. It just feels right. Honestly, just love driving this car so much that I don't want to make it over the top. As soon as you put a turbo on and stuff, obviously things get extra and like, I'm just gonna break more expensive stuff if I put a turbo on it. As much as I love to have a turbo 964, I don't think it's worth it. ITBs maybe to let it go, some headers too.
Yeah.
It's just so good. Like when have you ever heard me say, nah, I don't want to turbo it?
That shows how good this car is.
It's just so good. I reached out to the company who basically built this Aero in Japan. Somehow I got a hold of them and they said they would remake me the kit. So I kind of want to buy the same kit brand new so we could, when we refresh the car, I think that's pretty cool. The fact that they're willing to make me the same kit.
Yeah.
Because I love this kit. I don't want to RWB this car. Like it's cool. And
no, the story behind this is...
which we still have to do.
Yeah.
One day. And then one car you guys haven't seen in a long time is the 2JZ swapped FRS, right? We sent that thing off to the body shop and it's been getting worked on for quite a while, right? Paint and body work is the longest process and one of the most expensive processes, and luckily Anthony has been chugging at work to get that thing done for us. But what works out is one of the last pieces of the puzzle just showed up. So Saibon sent us a hood for the car. As you guys remember, we didn't really have a hood for the car. We had an OEM one all cut up and we had that crazy kit on it. We can't just put a stock hood on it. So we got ourselves a Saibon carbon hood to finish it up. So I think the paint comes in on Monday, so we're getting really close. I gotta find more room in the shop, but I'm really, dude, I cannot wait to see that Street Hunter kit like in that color because I haven't seen one in that color yet. I think it's gonna go crazy. You know what? I probably shouldn't open it because I'll damage it bringing it to the body shop, but we'll keep this one a surprise. There's like 7 different carbon, there's like 7 different Saibon hoods for the FRS, and well, I think you guys could probably guess which one we're gonna use. But in the meantime, you buy a really expensive t-shirt, you get a free hood. And then the front street coupe you guys saw in the last video, we tested it for the first time, right? I'd say it went pretty good. A lot of things did amazing, some things didn't. We had a lot of issues with the steering. Yesterday, I ripped the whole car apart, put it back together, redid everything to make sure the steering feels amazing because it was fighting me. It fought me, it fought Chris, it fought Tom, and Tom has been driving this exact same setup in his car for years, like to the T. And a lot of guys had some suggestions, and a lot of it does make sense, but you guys might have saw in the last video, the steering column that was in the thing was basically almost like the bearings were just almost stuck shut. There was so much resistance in it, and I'd like to think that's explaining why it had such a weird, inconsistent steering feel that was really messing with your head and would make you just do weird stuff. Maybe do a bunch of handbraking just to get around the track, because when the car's unstable, of course, like the handbrake's the first thing you do to kind of stabilize it. I pulled apart the steering rack, I retorqued the tie rod ends, the ball joints, I put a new steering column in it, I packed the bearings in the steering column, I went over everything yesterday. Got the coolant system back together, so the car should be good to test again. As soon as we get some time, I might test it this weekend.
Yeah?
Yeah, I got invited to E-Town. I don't know. Next time we drive this, it should be amazing. So just be patient, because this combo is the same combo all of French Street has, what Animal Style has to the T, with the same alignment specs and everything. So
we're gonna make it work.
We're gonna make it work. Don't worry, this car will be amazing. Procar Spoon is currently welding on a jack point to the rear end. So we have somewhere to jack it up on, not just like the expensive fancy dish. Spoon? Any update you want to do on your car? And to finish it off, we're going to show you out back in the alleyway of Oaks Garage. But before we move on, I do want to give an update on Spoon's car. Spoon and all of us have been trying as hard as we can to get that car together as fast as possible. Of course, there's other factors that go along with it. Spoon has been doing everything he can to find the time and money to get that thing together. And he's been working his butt off. And as much as we'd love to film on the channel, Spoon does have his own process of building. And I don't want to limit him to the constraints of YouTube. With the YouTube, we have to film, we have to do things in certain ways that Spoon doesn't like to do.
No, this is a fun thing for him.
It's a fun thing for him, and I don't want to turn it into like a working thing for him. I want him to be able to just enjoy that project like he does. So guys, make sure to show him love. Don't push him too much. When you're doing a project car and you got a million people being, dude, like, go finish your freaking car. You know, it's hard, right? Especially when you're trying everything you can to get it done, to find the time. It's stressful, and to have people kind of like jabbing at you, it hurts. So make sure to just show some love. Give him some motivation. Don't deter the guy. Car's a lot of work and a lot of money. He's already put so much work in that car. We've got him a bunch of parts for it, and it's almost on the end. So just be patient, show some love, and it'll be on the road very shortly. So I just recently picked up another E36. It's been out back. I got an E46.
Don't talk shit.
I love them, dude. All right, here's the VIP list right here. We got the mini trucks.
The velvet ropes.
The velvet ropes. We got the tough tiles, the hexagon lights above it right here. Yeah, let's start with the Miata because this thing looks ridiculous. Never did I think I'd have a Miata in pieces in the back of my shop, but remember that pink fabulous Miata out front? That's Kai's car. This was the parts cars for Kai's car to get it back on the road. So Kai and her boyfriend Jordy, who's one of my really close friends, been letting them kind of do their thing here, get together. So they're almost done. So I don't have to stare at a Miata in pieces in the back anymore. I got my girl, bro. This was my ride or die. This is my backbone right here. I daily drove this thing for a year when times were tough. It's like when Ludacris bought back, like, he doesn't have like a Maxima that he never sold that he just drove.
Yeah, and he got it back.
Yeah, that's like the mini truck to me. Like, I love this thing. So if you guys remember, RJ blew it up. I'm blaming RJ, it was his fault. He blew the car up. I'll get mad at me for saying that. But it has no engine in it, and we proposed putting an engine in it for a long time. And there's that K-swapped one that everyone sends me. You need to do this, you need to do this, or Hayabusa this, and this. Bro, I'd love to. A lot of work.
I propose we take the street style off this one.
And then street that one.
And put that one.
It's hard. Man, I wanna do something cool with it. It's so hard because it's me and Spoon in the shop. We're just two guys. And I think we get a lot done for just two guys. I think we grind, dude. I think we kill it. I need one more me and one more Spoon, and then we could maybe build things
touch this
at the rate that YouTube needs it to be. It's insane. I don't know, dude. RJ's like, just fucking chill it. I'm like, no, I didn't mean to. But then I'm like that guy that has a car in his front yard that like refuses to let go of it. A pipe dream.
Maybe in a year or two, the trees will start growing up through it.
No, don't say that. If anyone happens to have a Daihatsu engine laying around, I wouldn't mind just putting a stock engine back in it. Even if it's a new one, I'll retrofit it. That's no problem. So if anyone has a Daihatsu 3-cylinder engine,
please?
I don't know. Don't be sending me links on eBay, all right? We got Old Faithful off-roader here. I have never tried to destroy a vehicle more than this thing in my life. I feel bad looking at it.
I honestly think one of the best videos that we've done is taking this through the woods.
Oh, it's amazing. I hate that those videos never do that well because they're hilarious.
They're so funny.
And it might not look, you can tell how violent looks in the vehicle. Because when you're in this thing jumping logs, it feels like you're in a monster truck jumping 4 cars. and from the outside, it just looks like this.
Whee!
Literally a stick.
I forgot about that.
In the bumper. If I hit the radiator, we've been done. So this thing, this one's a Suzuki. I don't think the engine's as good as the Daihatsu engine. It runs a little rough, but if you kind of give her their Italian tune-up, she'll put around.
She'll get there.
It's a good one though. It's gotten a little rusty and it's super banged up from us literally bouncing the thing off trees. But we had some really good times in this one. But you're right though. We could always just make this into a street style one so it's actually usable.
Yeah, this could be the parts getter.
Because the lifted mini truck thing's cool, but you ruin all the streetability of it. So like I've had a lot of guys over the years hit me up about this like modification stuff. I mean, you could do things like you could put like the balance beads and stuff in the tires, make it better, but you're gonna destroy the street functions of the car if you do this, do mini trucks. And it also sucks that it seems like they're like banning K vehicles in a lot of states now.
Yeah, I've seen that they are no longer allowed to be road registered.
That's crazy. Like I get it. Like if you got hit by a Mini Cooper, you'd probably die in this thing. But like, you know,
how is a smart car legal but this isn't?
Maybe because it's got airbags or something. Come on, let us figure out how we endanger ourselves. All right. All right, so if there's any more questions you guys want to know about the cars, please let us know. I'm kind of brain dead today, so I was trying to think of things that you guys ask about, but I think there's still a lot that I forgot to cover, I guess. But the moral of the story, as it always comes down to, is never enough time nor money to get everything we want to get done. So it's all about picking our battles. As you guys can imagine how much it takes to make sure we always have something to do, make sure we can keep the lights on, make sure everyone can get paid, make sure we can keep the drops coming, make sure we can start doing new things. It is consuming to no end and it's the most stressful freaking thing in the world, but we make it happen. I'm very proud of us. I think we do incredible with what we got, and we want to obviously do as much as we can, but we got to pick our battles and try not to lose our minds. What's next? I don't know. Let me know what you guys want to see next. I'm really curious. I meant to ask this early in the video, but we're gonna probably start transitioning back into doing the Porsche stuff more and wean ourselves off the front street coupe since we're finally tailoring that thing up. I don't know, Austin, is there anything you would like to see?
Big turbo on my car.
A big turbo on your car? All right, we'll figure it out. You guys want to see a big turbo on Austin's car? hot below, shop to me-o. So for now, if you guys have made it this far in the video, I appreciate it to no end. To watch a whole video helps us tremendously, and we appreciate every single one of you guys out there. And same with the comments, same with the likes. It is how we make sure this all happens. So for now, you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned for more content, and we'll see you guys very shortly.